Hey, we're kicking off the week in bearish territory. My name's D7 here at Grok Trade. It's Monday, June 5th, 2017. And the markets do go bearish. Everybody in bearish territory, especially small caps, down 0.62%. Banks following, down 0.37%. Financials down, or no, up. Financials actually higher. US dollar down, crude oil down, gold higher, silver higher, and the VIX increasing. The fear increasing by 3.2%. And, you know, I wasn't going to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. I had an interesting phone call a little while ago. His name's Brian. Brian is a long-time listener, and chances are, Brian, you're listening to this video right now. And I'm just sharing Brian's first name, not his last. It's nobody's business who he is. But anyway, he recently signed up to be part of our chat room, day trading chat room. And 10 years ago, he had a bad experience in the markets where he lost around $90,000. But he gained back 40, so it was a net loss around 50,000. And I think I have these stats right. Brian listened to a webinar that we put on last week about the chat room, and he went into the chat room today for the first time, and he's in, and today, and he saw that the room made like 11%, and he saw how it happened. He saw that there was money to be made. However, Brian had a software program. I don't want to let you know what the software is he's using. I don't want to degrade any popular institutions out there publicly. But anyway, he's using it and just had a hard time fumbling around with it, trying to figure out how to get out, when to get out with his stop loss, and to preserve the profits that he made, and or to not incur any deeper hits that he might have been taking on the trade. Long story very short is he had a $500 loss today, and it was because, admittedly, of his own errors, and in a large part of that wasn't his own problem. It had to do with he just wasn't familiar on how to properly day trade with effectiveness and efficiency with the software that he was using. And it was just bad. So his words, not mine, was he's just in a mental funk. He's just gun shy, and emotions got the best of him. So I want to let this be a teaching moment. After all, I'm a mentored over 860 individuals, and been teaching for a dozen years, been trading 19 years, and own this business, Grok Trade, that you see up here, for 10 this July. So it'd be our decade being in business. But emotions is the killer. Fear and greed is the killer. I shared this with Brian, and I hope it didn't go, I hope it wasn't lost on him. But I'm going to share with you all what I shared with him. That emotions is the disease, is the cancer, is the problem to trading. He's been doing it a long time, so he articulated that himself. I said we got to go further. The reason you have emotions is simply because we don't have rule sets in place that we're confident in, okay? Now that's a mouthful. I don't want that to be lost on you. If you do not have rule sets in place that you're highly confident in because you know it adds probabilities to your trading, then you're going to let your emotions drive your trading. And if you allow fear and greed to drive your trading, you have already lost. So how do you get your rule sets put in place? The only way to get rule sets put in place is to learn the rules, be coached on them, educated on them, and where you test them so that confidence comes in naturally. Let your confidence be an intrinsic part of your trading based off of your education. Now, all that said, how do you put that in place? Your rule sets, and how do you get confident in them? you have to have those taught to you. Mentoring, that's something we do. We mentor. You go there to groktrade.com, fill out a form, we'll contact you and talk to you. Chances are you'll talk with me, actually, on the phone about our mentoring program and how it will help you in your trading. Now, I told Brian that. I said, get mentored. Get your trading rules put in place, and then trade with confidence where you're emotion free. Because a lack of confidence breeds confusion, breeds uncertainty, and that's the breeding ground of emotion, fear and greed, and that will always win the day. Now I'm talking a bit philosophical here, but I hope you all, and a lot of you are engineer minds, you're reading between the lines already. There's no shortcut to trading. The only way to do it is to be mentored by somebody. Even though I'm biased and I believe we have the best mentorship program in the world, and I don't say that lightly, find anybody that's a bona fide trader, a successful trader and expert in the market, and somebody that's willing to teach you, somebody that's willing to take you under their wing and to help you trade like you know that you can. If you want the shortcut, sure, come to us, talk with us. You go through our program, a lot have, but I don't care. Go find anybody. I used to be with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's Star Trader. There's Teach Me to Trade. There's a bunch of companies I used to teach for. Even though we're a fraction of the cost, you can go to any one of those guys now. Go to them. You go to them and learn. But make sure that they are professional traders. Make sure you're getting the value for what it is that you need to trade with success out there in the markets. Okay, man. Soapbox City there. So Brian, let me just say this to you because I know you're listening. Listen, keep your head up, my man. Yeah, I know this is driving you batty, and you just think, what can I do to get this dialed in? And I told you, man, if you're going to do it, day trade for a while. If you're going to day trade, if that's what you're going to do, paper trade first, man. Get it dialed in. Get your mentorship. Let there be a foundation of education. If you're going to fly a plane, you better get educated first. Same thing with trading. Okay. All right, here it is. Markets just stall out today. We go up, 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 stall out. This is the S&P 500, by the way. Stall out right there. Stall City. Sideways movement. This is called a tweezer top, guys. This looks pretty bearish to me. I think we have a good chance of going down. I can't call it a sell yet because there's nothing to call it a sell, but I think that we have a better chance of dropping. Okay? I think that's what's going to happen. If I go here to the Dow Diamonds, okay, same thing, a tweezer top. Guys, these are pretty bearish. Very bearish. I think that's going to happen. NASDAQ, and I hope it does for me because last few days I've been out of the market, so I'm looking to get back in. Again, we have a doji top. I'm expecting that on the NASDAQ. That's the NASDAQ small caps. Ooh, I could almost put a sell on that. Oh, man. You know what? I'm going to put a sell on that. Got to figure out over here. I'm using Trading View, and I always forget where my arrows are. There they are. Sell. So small caps of Russell's 2000 now has a sell on that. Okay. Banks, lower high, higher low, inside trading day, nothing there. Financials was actually more bullish, but we're at resistance. That's bad news. We came up, 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 sold down, down, down. That looks like it's wanting to head down. US dollar called it down on Friday, and it has continued down, or Thursday, it looks like. And crude oil, man, I called it a buy 3 sessions ago. Oh, it could be a buy, though. You know, I think we're going to go higher, so I'll stick with that. Gold busted to resistance, guys, on Friday. That's a big move. And anyway, we're on the bullish side of that resistance line, but we're pretty extended. Silver, up, 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 but we smashed right against the falling 200-day moving average. Could act as resistance. Let me see. 200 actually has a lot of sports were broken up. Yeah, I mean, the 200 could be an area of resistance, so something to watch for. If you found value with my little diatribe, the rant at the beginning, it wasn't much of a rant. It was me putting on the mentor hat and helping you all out. If that was beneficial, like it, leave a comment, leave your thoughts. Be interested to hear. If you don't like it, feel free to dislike it. Catch you guys later.